After one of the most historic Asian Cup group stages we have ever seen, where we saw Indonesia, Tajikistan, Palestine, Syria all qualify to the knockout stage for the first time ever, it is now time for the round of 16, where we have underdogs against heavyweights of Asia and a mouth-watering matchup between Saudi Arabia and South Korea. Oh boy, this round of 16 is going to be fun. So here is the preview and prediction of the Asian Cup round of 16. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Let's get into the predictions. So the first matchup, it is a historic moment for Indonesia. It is Indonesia against Australia. This is the first ever appearance in the knockout stage for Indonesia, and they're going up against Australia. Indonesia simply have nothing to lose in this game and have shown great defensive setup during the group stage. But now they're going up against Australia, who have really struggled to create genuine goal-scoring chances in this tournament. They look threatening on set pieces and crosses, but overall in the open play, Australia have been lacking big time. So this is sort of the momentum that Indonesia can use. Yes, they struggled at times against Japan and Iraq keeping the ball, but at times also they looked very dangerous. And Marcelino has to play an exceptional game. Also Hoopner and Jenner, but Australia have experience in these sort of situations. They're not going to play great football, people. I keep saying this about Australia, but they get the job done. I don't think it's going to be a crazy scoreline. I'm actually going Australia to win this game 1-0. The next matchup is also another historic moment. It is Tajikistan's first ever appearance in the round of 16, and they're going up against UAE. Tajikistan have been very impressive in possession, with moving the ball between Umar Bayev and Safarov, providing the width. But defensively, they can leave themselves exposed going up against this UAE side, who also have not been super impressive. But Tajikistan, they have to just be clinical. When they get to the final third, they need to find that killer pass. They have shown in moments that they are a very good ball-playing team. But in the round of 16, you need to have that element of killer instinct. While for the UAE, have they been impressive? No. Adli, unfortunately, will be missing the game. The 19-year-old striker who's been a breakout star during this Asian Cup. Ali Makbout has gotten zero time basically at this Asian Cup. I don't think Paulo Bento favors him at all. It's going to have to be Al Ghazani, who scored a brilliant goal against Iran. But in this game against Tajikistan, I think UAE could struggle at times with Tajikistan's play. UAE might be the defensive team and just hit them on the counter-attack. I don't know really what's going to happen here. I think for UAE, they're going up against Tajikistan, who are not a clinical team. I think the UAE can take advantage of it, and I got the UAE winning this game 2-1. Following that, it is Iraq going up against Jordan. Now, this game, I think is going to be really fun to watch as a neutral. Iraq, who have been exceptional in the group stage with the play of Ali Jassim, Al Amari, and of course, the main man right now, Ayman Hussein, who has got 5 goals so far in this tournament. He's on course to beat Ali Al-Moes's record. The way Iraq move with the ball is so impressive. How quickly they are to counter-attack, transition with the ball. It is beautiful to watch Iraq play football. And they're going up against Jordan. Now, the problem is Jordan's attack is scary, especially with the counter-attacking threat of Al-Mardi, Al-Tamari, Olwan, Al-Naimat. The midfield will really need to keep the talent that Iraq's midfield has, because Iraq have been very good in the midfield. How can Jordan match up against it? Also, Nasib of Jordan, the center back, has been exceptional. He's going to have a really good game going up against Ayman Hussein and against Ali Jassim down that right side. I think this is going to be a very tough game for Iraq. You know, they have been really good, really impressive. Obviously, a famous victory over Japan, but Jordan can pose a threat. Now, did Jordan throw away the game against Bahrain? People say that. I don't really think so. Maybe they were just resting players, because this is a long tournament. Going up against Iraq, these two teams just could go, all right, you attack, I attack. You attack, I attack. We could be saying a tennis game here. Maybe Jordan are going to be a little bit more cautious because they see how good Iraq are as a team. I think, though, Iraq have too much. I'm going to go with Iraq winning this game 2-1. Next up, another historic game. We have Qatar versus Palestine. It will be Palestine's first ever game in the knockout stage of the Asian Cup. And wow, what a moment to do it. For Qatar, I mean, Arif Ayman has been balling out. I mean, balling out. If there was a Ballon d'Or for Asian Cup, he would win it right now, because he is playing exceptionally well. And when you have a player like Arif Ayman, he can be the difference maker in a game. We saw that against Tajikistan. We saw that against China. We saw that against Lebanon. When this guy is playing at the level he has, this is like 2019 Arif Ayman. Unplayable. Has the defense really been tested, though? They played against China, Lebanon, and Tajikistan. Yes, they conceded 0 goals, but were they truly tested? Come on, like we saw China and Lebanon. Those guys pose no threat going forward. So I'm really intrigued to see how Palestine can sort of disrupt the Qatari defense. Because what we've seen from Palestine the last 2 games, I mean, the amount of chances they are creating. Yes, they got maybe unlucky against UAE. They should have really won that game with the amount of chances they created. But I mean, I love Al-Tamat, the right back for Palestine. The width he provides down the flank and then with the crosses to Dabbagh, that is an exceptional duo. And I think that's something that they could really do against Qatar, because they could really trouble this Qatari defense. I think Palestine have a good chance of winning this game. Again, I don't think this is going to be a blowout by Qatar. I think it's going to be a close game. And I think Qatar eventually will come out winners 2-1. Next up is Uzbekistan versus Thailand. Can Thailand cause the upset here? Because they would be an upset. I feel like with Uzbekistan, they've had a lot of hype going into this tournament. They did have a little bit of a lackluster group stage with some good moments and moments of being a little bit average in my opinion. Of course, they're missing players, but a lot of teams are missing players. But no doubt, this team, with the talent they got, Shukurov, Faisulayev, Marisharyapov, this team can score goals when they want to and be very defensively strong like they did against Australia, where they only conceded pretty much a dodgy penalty. They just need to be more dynamic in the final third. And going up against this Thai defense, this is where Faisulayev, with the talent he's got, playing in that number 10 role, Sergeyev then as the striker, this is where he can shine. He's going to have to shine in this game for Uzbekistan to win, I think. Thailand, though, I don't know how they have done this. Because Ishii, when he took over the job, it was a mess. And the preparation has been a mess. But somehow Thailand collected 5 points and conceded 0 goals in the group stage. So impressive by them. What will the attack do? The attack looked great against Kyrgyzstan because how well they played down the wings. They didn't really show a lot against Oman or Saudi Arabia especially, but no doubt they can defensively be strong and keep a 0-0, go to penalties, but I want to see the Thai attack do something in this game. They can't just be, alright, we're going to give the ball to Uzbekistan the whole game. I don't think you can do that against this side. We're going to have to see how Thailand approach this game. Really excited, but Ishii has done an amazing job. I feel like this game is going to be 0-0. It goes to penalties, and Uzbekistan win on penalties 1-0. But hey, maybe Thailand can surprise us even more. The following match, it is the heavyweight matchup of the round of 16. Saudi Arabia going up against South Korea. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What's going to happen here? Both teams have looked good at times and then shocking at times. Saudi Arabia are solid defensively. Solid defensively. Midfield, we all love Kano. Like, Kano is an amazing midfielder. They can control that aspect of the game, the midfield. The attack, though, is lacking big time. There is no forwards where you're like, wow, Saudi Arabia can score here. There isn't. Al-Dosari has to step up in this game. He has been okay-ish in this group stage. I think actually poor compared to what he shows for Al Hilal. This is where Al-Dosari can make a difference in the game, like a Lee Kang-in. Even though Lee Kang-in, I think, is a better player than Al-Dosari. Al-Dosari has to be the difference maker for Saudi Arabia. And South Korea, I mean, the attack is scary. They have game changers in Lee Kang-in, Son, Hwang Yi-chan, all these guys. But tactically, the team is set up by a PE teacher. There's no two ways about it. Jurgen Klinsmann doesn't care. And it's just so evident game by game that this guy is there for a payday. Throw out some players like superstar players like Lee Kang-in and Son and say, hey guys, you do the work. They're not tactically set up. So when you're going up against Mancini, yeah, okay, maybe Mancini has his people that demise his work. Mancini is very good tactically. He will have a game plan for Lee Kang-in and Son. Guarantee that with Mancini. Jurgen, does the guy even do coaching? Does he? He's smiling on the sideline. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, we scored a goal. That's where I'm worried with South Korea. Defensively, they are so wide open. For Saudi Arabia, they have gone up against a low block of Kyrgyzstan, a low block of Oman, and a low block of Thailand. Now, this is going to be an open game. So surely, I think Saudi Arabia can take advantage of this lackluster South Korean defense. They can score goals, South Korea. There's no doubt about it. But defensively, with the guy like Kim Min-jae, yes, it is tactics as well, but they have to rise to the occasion, the South Korean defense. This is very difficult to call because I don't really trust either team in this matchup, but I think Saudi Arabia are going to do this. I don't know why. I just don't trust Jurgen Klinsmann at all. Yes, they have wonderful players. Like, we love Lee Kang-in, Kim Min-jae, Hwang Yi-bom, and all these guys. But the team is tactically not set up. Mancini will have a game plan, and I think Saudi Arabia are going to win this game 2-1 and advance to the quarterfinals, and the South Korea go again without winning an Asian Cup. Next up, it is Bahrain versus Japan. I mean, Bahrain, probably one of the biggest surprises of this Asian Cup, winning Group E and now set up a tricky tie versus Japan. Can Bahrain pull off the massive upset? Because it would be a huge upset Marhoun, Madan need to play exceptionally well in this game to cause threats going forward. And also Luvatla, the goalkeeper, needs to have the game of his life going up against this Japan attack. We saw for Bahrain against South Korea. They did well for 60 minutes, then the individual talent of South Korea was a difference maker. So can Bahrain play an exceptional game for 90 minutes or even more to cause this upset? Hey, they got confidence. Pizzi is a good manager. Maybe Bahrain can do this. While for Japan, it's been such a lackluster group stage where they show moments of brilliance and then moments of just what on earth are Japan doing? Set pieces and crosses have been a huge detriment to this defense. And Suzuki, the goalkeeper. Because one thing is for sure, Bahrain are going to put crosses into the box. So how is the Japan defense going to deal with it? The individual talent with Kubo, Minamino, and all of these guys, Ito, I think that's going to be the difference in this game. Whereas, you know, with South Korea, Saudi Arabia, it's a bit more of a even matchup. This one, Japan just have the quality. I think it will come through. Bahrain will score a goal, but Japan are going to win this game 3-1 and advance to the quarterfinals. And the final game, it is Iran going up against Syria. Of course, Mohrami with his injury, hopefully he recovers well with an ACL tear, is very good right back. So it's going to be a bit of a big hole to replace. But that elite duo of Osman and Taremi, when they play together, you just see a totally different sort of dynamic with this Iranian team. Then obviously Gaedi down the wing has been really another breakout star during this Asian Cup. They have so many different ways to attack teams. We'll play down the middle, we'll play out wide, we'll put crosses into the box. That's the threat that Iran have. Defensively, have they looked the strongest? No, but still they are a good defensive team. But the attack is going to be the key thing because Syria's defense, they ain't gonna give many chances. This is a historic moment for Syria. Their first game in the knockout stage ever in the history. They're going up against Iran. It is gonna be difficult. Can Hazard, Elias play amazing games when they have the ball? Because we know Syria are not gonna have a lot of the ball. They're gonna set up in a very low block, of course with Hector Cooper. Can they keep it 0-0 for a long time to when maybe Kirbin comes off the bench and makes an impact? Hey, don't write off this Syria team because they have shown that against Australia or going up against Uzbekistan, defensively sound, tactically ready for a fight. That is what Syria are, but Iran just have too much. I mean, Osman and Taremi are just too good. I think Iran are going to win this game 2-0. So there is my preview and predictions of the round of 16 of the Asian Cup. Let me know in the comments down below your predictions. Are we going to get upset? Can Indonesia pull off the shocking upset of Australia? Can Bahrain upset Japan? And what about Saudi Arabia, South Korea? 50-50 game. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and we'll of course be doing match reactions and watch-alongs during the round of 16. So join me for that. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. And until next time, adios.